Lithium is one of the most coveted materials in the world right now. Some call it white gold.
Construction is underway in Nevada at what will be the largest lithium mine in the U.S.
Deep inside a northern Nevada volcano, deposits of what some are calling white gold or the new oil.
In a remote Nevada corner, a tantalizing lithium deposit, potentially the world's largest, worth over $1 trillion, has sparked controversy, making it America's most crucial plot. The McDermitt Caldera promises 20 to 40 million tons of this electric vehicle battery essential. Yet this once quiet area faces upheaval as mining firms plan operations by 2026 amid legal battles over other state lithium mines. With global demand soaring and geopolitical implications, can Nevada navigate this delicate balance between economic opportunity and environmental concerns for a resource that could shape the future? Join us on a journey through Nevada that now has the most lithium in the world. The discovery at Thacker Pass. The McDermitt Caldera, positioned to the west of McDermitt in southeastern Oregon and northern Nevada, is a substantial oval-shaped volcanic formation spanning about 28 miles from north to south and 22 miles from east to west. Considered the oldest in a sequence of calderas originating from the Yellowstone hotspot, the McDermitt Caldera emerged after a lava dome formed from volcanic eruptions of rhyolite approximately 19 million years ago. This dome eventually collapsed, leading to the formation of the caldera around 16.37 to 16.41 million years ago. Following its formation, a lake formed within the caldera, leaving behind deposits of varved sediments, diatomite, opal, carbonaceous material, and mafic lavas. Rich in mineral deposits, the caldera hosts significant ore reserves, notably mercury and uranium, which have been exploited at over 8 sites throughout the 20th century. Mercury, primarily derived from cinnabar, was extracted in substantial quantities, with the McDermitt mine being the final active mercury mine in the U.S. before ceasing operations in 1992. Uranium, discovered in 1953, was mainly extracted from a rhyolite-brecciated fault zone at the Moonlight Mine, located on the southwestern edge of the caldera. Uranium ore minerals found included uranite and coffinite, with an estimated formation age of around 16.1 million years, similar to that of the caldera stuff. Within the McDermitt Caldera lies the Thacker Pass lithium deposit, recognized as the most significant lithium clay resource in the United States as of 2017. Thacker Pass is positioned at the southern end of the McDermitt Caldera, approximately 60 miles northwest of Winnemucca, situated in Humboldt County, northern Nevada. The Thacker Pass lithium deposit boasts measured and indicated resources of 13.71 million metric tons of lithium carbonate equivalent, with an average ore grade of 2,231 ppm or 22% lithium. It stands as the largest known sedimentary lithium resource in the U.S. America estimates the site contains recoverable lithium worth $3.9 billion, sufficient to produce batteries for approximately 1 million electric vehicles annually. How did this vast reservoir of lithium end up buried in this arid, relatively level terrain? Oregon Public Broadcasting explains that the same geological hotspot responsible for the volcanic activity in Yellowstone National Park once occupied this region of North America. Approximately 16.4 million years ago, a volcanic eruption of monumental proportions, far exceeding the scale of 1980's Mount St. Helens eruption, shook the area, creating a caldera that was subsequently filled with alkaline magma abundant in sodium, potassium, and lithium. This cataclysmic event also resulted in the formation of a lake, akin to the nearby Crater Lake, which persisted for hundreds of thousands of years, gradually depositing lithium into clay-rich soils, as reported by Chemistry World. Recent research posits that another period of volcanic activity caused the lake bed to dry up, exposing it to lithium and potassium-rich brine. At the southernmost edge, lithium-enriched clay, known as illite, replaced previously lower concentrations of lithium deposits. This notably high lithium concentration is primarily concentrated at Thacker Pass in Nevada, a site already embroiled in controversy over mining activities. Dubbed Pihimua, this area holds significant cultural importance as the ancestral land of numerous indigenous tribes and has historical significance in their clashes with U.S. military forces. An indigenous advocacy group dedicated to safeguarding the site has labeled potential mining endeavors as a form of green colonialism and is actively involved in halting proposed mining ventures, including those on the Oregon side of the caldera. In January 2021, the Bureau of Land Management issued a record of decision greenlighting the development of the mine. Construction commenced in March 2023 following the dismissal of an emergency appeal by the court. The project would encompass 18,000 acres, with mining activities confined to less than 6,000 acres, located 21 miles west-northwest of Orovada, Nevada, within the McDermitt Caldera. The mine is spearheaded by Lithium Nevada LLC, a subsidiary of Lithium Americas Corp. In January 2023, General Motors announced a $650 million investment in the project, securing exclusive access to the initial phase of production. Following the completion of the initial $320 million investment in February 2023, General Motors emerged as the largest shareholder and offtake partner of Lithium Americas. At full capacity, the mine's projected to produce 66,000 tons annually, equivalent to 25% of the current global demand for lithium in 2021, which is expected to triple over the next 5 years. The development of the mine is driven by the escalating demand for lithium, primarily for use in electric vehicle batteries and grid storage systems for intermittently generated electricity from renewable sources like solar and wind power. Powering America's electric future with Thacker Pass. Thacker Pass is set to utilize an innovative process for extracting lithium from its clay deposit, diverging from conventional methods like hard rock or brine mining. The operation will involve employing hydraulic shovels to excavate the clay, which will then be transformed into a slurry. Within this slurry, non-lithium-bearing sand and rock will be separated and promptly returned to the pit, ensuring efficient resource utilization. The lithium-enriched clay slurry will undergo a chemical reaction with sulfuric acid to extract the coveted metal. To facilitate this process, an on-site plant will be constructed to burn molten sulfur, producing sulfuric acid. This localized production of sulfuric acid is deemed safer than transportation and will significantly reduce the number of required truckloads. Sulfur, a byproduct sourced from oil refineries, may be obtained from various locations, potentially including the Alberta oil sands. The plant is projected to yield approximately 5,800 tons of sulfuric acid daily, necessitating the delivery of 75 semi-trucks of molten sulfur from Winnemucca on a daily basis. Moreover, the exothermic nature of sulfur burning will enable the plant to generate a substantial portion of its electricity. Following the sulfuric acid reaction, the slurry will undergo filtration to separate the elemental lithium solution, subsequently processed into lithium carbonate or lithium hydroxide, crucial components for battery production. The tailings from this process will then be reintroduced into the pit, employing a technique termed as block mining, where previously excavated sections are filled with tailings as the operation progresses. The mine plans to operate for a span of 46 years, with the initial 20 years focusing on material extraction above the water table. Lithium Americas intends to conduct studies over a decade to analyze water flows around the pit, with the aim of proposing safe methods for mining below the water table pending permitting. The impetus behind the development of this lithium mine stems from the escalating demand for lithium, particularly for electric vehicle batteries and grid storage applications. Forecasts indicate a substantial surge in lithium demand over the coming decades, prompting concerns about the United States' reliance on imported lithium. Consequently, the Biden administration advocates for securing a greater share of the lithium battery supply chain through domestic mining ventures. Thacker Pass presents an opportunity for the United States to bolster its lithium production, thereby reducing dependency on foreign suppliers and supporting domestic industries. The Department of Defense recognizes lithium as a critical mineral vital for national security and economic prosperity. The anticipated production from Thacker Pass could fulfill the lithium needs for hundreds of thousands of electric vehicles annually, significantly diminishing the nation's reliance on foreign sources. Furthermore, by establishing a lithium supply chain, the United States could align with President Biden's objective of achieving net zero greenhouse gas emissions by 2050, contributing to global efforts to combat climate change. The emergence of volcanic sedimentary lithium extraction at McDermitt Caldera introduces a new dimension to lithium mining. This method, involving lithium-rich sediments formed from volcanic minerals interacting with surrounding soil, offers a promising avenue with potentially reduced environmental impact and energy requirements. Despite the potential benefits of these advancements, opposition to lithium mining persists in regions like Oregon and Nevada, balancing environmental and social concerns in lithium extraction. Critics express concerns about environmental implications and indigenous communities' welfare, echoing sentiments voiced by communities opposing lithium extraction in other parts of the world, such as Chile and Portugal. These disparate voices collectively confront a global surge in lithium demand and the quest for novel extraction methods, reflecting a broader challenge in balancing resource exploitation with environmental and societal concerns. The Thacker Pass lithium mine project faces resistance, including legal challenges and direct action. Although some indigenous tribes with traditional ties to the area support the project, nearby tribes oppose it. They argue that Thacker Pass is sacred and has historical significance as a massacre site, claiming inadequate consultation by the Bureau of Land Management (BLM). Despite this, BLM studies have found no evidence of a massacre site within the mining area or its extended vicinity. Opponents of the mine express concerns about rushed environmental reviews, threats to critical wildlife habitats, and disruptions of cultural sites. Proponents counter that the project is vital for reducing carbon emissions from vehicles and will create 300 long-term jobs in rural Nevada with an average salary of $63,000 per year. The controversy over the Thacker Pass mine reflects broader global conflicts arising from increased mineral extraction required for transitioning to green energy amid climate change. Some groups fear violations of their rights and harm to local ecologies and cultural heritage due to the rush for critical minerals like lithium, nickel, cobalt, and copper. The mine's environmental impact is substantial, with annual CO2 emissions equivalent to a small city and a water consumption rate of 1.7 billion gallons per year. Concerns about conflicts of interest led to a lawsuit by a local rancher against the BLM's assessment process. The mine overlaps 2,866 acres of big sagebrush habitat and golden eagle breeding sites, raising concerns about endangered species and disruption of ecosystems. Despite legal challenges from environmental groups, the courts have allowed the project to proceed. Environmental risks include groundwater contamination, air pollution from lithium extraction processes, and disruptions to aquatic habitats, potentially endangering species like the Lahontan cutthroat trout and the Kings River pygarg. Additionally, there are concerns about the mine's impact on local communities, including potential increases in drug use, violent crime, and violence against indigenous women associated with large, predominantly male workforces brought in from outside the area. Thanks for watching. While you're still here, click on the link appearing on your screen to watch another of our videos. See you there.